The World Championship match between Vishy Anand and Boris Gelfand has come to an end. The reigning world champion defeated the challenger 2.5, 1.5 in the rapid tiebreak, and so Anand retained his title yet again. The first game, where Gelfand started with the white pieces, was immediately a very sharp fight, which ended in a draw. The second game eventually turned out to be decisive for the whole match. In yet another Rossolimo Sicilian, Anand won a pawn, but Gelfand got excellent compensation. Eventually, Anand managed to consolidate and reach a winning rook ending. In the third game, Gelfand came very close to level the score. He really had Anand on the ropes, but with 2 pawns up in a rook ending, he had to be satisfied with a draw. This meant that the challenger had to win with black in game 4. Not an easy task against the world champ, but he did get an advantage. However, a risky king march eventually led to a rook ending that was completely drawn, and Gelfand again had to stop his winning attempts. He shook Anand's hand and congratulated him with the overall victory.
It was incredibly tense, and well, when I woke up this morning, you had this feeling that one way or the other, it was really coming to an end today. But okay, you simply don't know how it's going to go. I mean, the match was so even that I had no sense of what shape the tiebreak would take. I think right now, probably the only feeling you have is relief. I think I'm even too tense to be happy, but I'm really relieved. I would say simply that my nerves held out better. Even these 4 games, there was so much back and forth going on. Well, I simply hung on for dear life. I won't claim more than that. Obviously, game 1 was an incredibly tense start because I had no idea if we were playing correctly or not. As it turns out, we played reasonably. But the second game, I think I was better during most of the game, but of course Boris defended extremely well, and the result should be a draw, but he was short of time, and actually the position is unpleasant with my pawn on b5. Because with the knight on c5 and a rook floating on the 7th, things can happen, and that's exactly what happened. I managed to get a fork in. That was a very nice gift, of course. The third game, I was just lost, of course. But I was lucky that I was lost in a way that I still have some counterplay. So I have this big pawn mass in the center, and g5 and rook g7, and it makes it a bit difficult for white, I think. But still, normally speaking, my score in the match, the score in the match would be equalized right away. And the fourth game, I didn't really want to. I know that you're not supposed to play too hard for a draw, because normally this goes very badly. But somehow at the board, I just started to do exactly that. Let's just say I was pretty happy when my rooks were doubled and I got these rook e6 tricks, because then I think it's actually complicated for him to answer. But it was just very back and forth, and I think he had lots of chances in games 3 and 4.
Ну, в принципе, матч проходил в такой неровной борьбе, но мне кажется, все-таки с моим преимуществом. Во второй партии, мне кажется, я играл хорошо и имел более чем достаточную компенсацию за пешку. Но, как во всех партиях, решающим фактором стало, наверное, какое-то такое не очень практичное использование времени, потому что когда отстаешь по времени, трудно делать все сильнейшие ходы, и грубейшие ошибки и во второй, и в третьей партии определили исход матча. Но в четвертой был перевес, но опять-таки требовалось, наверное, больше времени, чтобы найти четкий путь развития инициативы.
The problem in such a tight match is every mistake has a much higher value than in a match where there are mistakes flowing back and forth in every game. In a match where there were so few chances, for me it was a really incredibly heavy blow to lose game 7. And if I had to pick a moment when I really, I'm really proud of, it's my reaction in the 8th game. I understand it was not Boris's best game, but still, I cannot remember such a black day like after game 7. I couldn't sleep. that day I really thought I'd blown the match. Because the tendency was also getting tough. I mean, I was still going to give it my best shot, but I think game 8 was just very, very important for my morale. I count myself extremely fortunate that I was able to come back the next day. For me, I would even say this was the critical moment in the match from my perspective, because I was not getting a lot of chances, and that's exactly the situation where you don't want to be behind. So after that, well, we continued trying till the end. I know some of you thought we were already heading for the tie break, but it wasn't like that. But the thing is, we're not heading for it, but I'm not going to do something insane just to avoid it, because then you might not even get there. Given that we drew our first 12 games, deciding it by a tie break is quite a reasonable situation. Obviously, I'm not suggesting we start with it, but after such a long and tough match, maybe it's the only thing that could separate us. And well, even the tie break, of course, was just incredibly tense. I imagine my opponent as well. And well, things really went my way, and that's all you can say. I think I can say that I won because I won, and that's it.
You know, I have big experience, so I try, as I told many times, I was not kidding. I try to play, after game is over, I try to focus on the new game and not to assess my chances. It's a long match, and you have to play each game and be focused permanently. So I was, after none of the games, I was thinking about what are the chances. I was very focused on preparation for the next game.
It'll take some time even for today to sink in, and then, well, like I said, I'm mainly relieved. I'm really relieved because I understood that, in all fairness, this match simply could have gone either way. And I noticed it already starting 2009. I mean, at that point, I didn't know that Boris was going to win Kazan, of course, but in Hanti Mansisk, I saw his enormous determination and his strength. I mean, the tests he survived there, qualify, and then again in Kazan. So I think he showed that for what he was really motivated for. So personally, I never felt like a favorite. I knew I would have my chances, but I never really felt like a favorite because, well, I know Boris much too long for that. And yeah, right now I'm just relieved. I can't think beyond that.